The European Union agreed to begin talks with the U.S. on a new trade agreement last July. Now, since then, whether agriculture will be included is a point of intense disagreement. RFD-TV'S Sarah Mock has the update.
U.S. ag trade officials are not pulling any punches addressing their disagreements with Europe.
There's nothing that frustrates me more than the fact that so many of our problems in agriculture today, particularly with the use of technology, those challenges emanate from the EU.
The differences in U.S. and EU regulations that affect trade are numerous. Geographic indicators, pesticides, food safety, and ingredient regulations vary enough to significantly hamper trade growth in both directions. But EU officials are fighting back against assertions that their policies unfairly target U.S. farmers.
That we apply exactly the same rules to our farmers and to the U.S. farmers. If we prohibit one GMO, we prohibit to our farmers and we prohibit to the U.S. farmers.
Zaria says the best hope for deep policy disagreements with the U.S., like the use of gene-edited seeds or new pesticides, is to address these issues proactively over time, which would require better cooperation. Other EU officials also say that what the U.S. is looking for, fundamental change to Europe's food and ag regulations, is unlikely.
Europe is not going to change their views on this. So we need to work together to see where we can kind of make progress in areas that are non-contentious. Like if the president feels that, we can kind of bully the European Union into changing our standards, that's not going to happen.
The EU agreed to reopen trade talks with the U.S. in the summer of 2018. But despite insistence from U.S. trade officials that agriculture be part of the negotiations, Europeans say that's a non-starter.
We thought that if we want to do something quick, it was better to exclude agriculture, because otherwise it would be a very long process, in particular because of these regulatory issues.
Zaria says talks will hopefully begin between the U.S. and Europe in the coming months, pending further approvals from the EU member countries of the topics of the negotiations. Agriculture is currently not on that list of topics. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
Thank you, Sarah. The European Union currently includes 28 countries, though that number may shrink later this month if the UK exits the group. All trade policy is jointly determined by the 28 member states, including tariff levels, subsidies, and food safety. The U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement isn't ratified, so researchers are studying different